In this session, we are going to be discuss about Big Bang model. It does not define any process. It does not have any defined process. So we are going to be put money and efforts together to get the input and output. That may be, we can say, the developed product. Whether it is going to be satisfy the customer needs or not, also we does not bother about it. We does not bother it. So just we are going to be put money and efforts together for developing the product. Whether the product is going to be satisfies the customer needs or not, we are not going to be bother about it. Let's see, money and efforts will put together to develop product which might be or might not be the same as what the customer needs. See, here we does not require any planning and scheduling. Does not require much planning and scheduling. The developer need the requirement analysis and coding and develops the product as per his understanding. There is no designing, nothing will be there in this one. This model will be used only for small projects. Used for small projects only. Big projects, if you are following this model, so then no need to get that particular software company will be getting more what we can say, more projects. So most of the time in this particular model, failures will be there. Sorry. Most of the time it is having the failures. Even it does not having the testing team. So just based on the requirement analysis, the developer is going to be develop the code and they are going to be test as per the requirements given by the user. They does not bother this is going to be much success or not also. So just they will try to implement what they understand. So we can say the advantages. Very simple model. Very simple model. No much planning and scheduling. Is required. Developer has flexibility or to build software on their own. Disadvantages: it cannot be used for large projects. Ongoing projects also we cannot able to implement, even complex projects as well. It cannot be used for large, ongoing, and complex projects. Risk will be more here. Risk will be more high risk. So this is about the Big Bang model. This is about Big Bang model. Next model is Agile model. So this is the model where current majority of the projects are working. Majority of the projects are working on this particular model. Agile methodology, where developers or software developers, development team, we can say, and customers will interact together. Software development team and customers will interact together. In a sense, software development team, in a sense, not only the developers. So where we'll be having, suppose HCL is a company, so which will be acting as a client to, if we consider Axis Bank. If we consider for Axis Bank, HCL is the company acting as a client. And for the HCL, Axis is a client, and for Axis, HCL is the client. See, HCL is a software development company, and Axis is the customer who is expecting some net banking application from HCL. They have given some requirements and they have given some schedule to work on that schedule. Or I mean to say, like they have given some timeline and what are their requirements and all they have given. Let me consider the Axis Bank people to the HCL company. So now HCL company has to develop the product and they have to give that product to the Axis Bank in the given time by satisfying all the requirements in that particular product. Here the Axis Bank people are going to be interact. Axis Bank people are going to be interact along with the HCL people. See, here we are trying to learn about customer needs, which gives clear understanding of their expectations on product. So what are the agile methods we have here? The first one is Scrum. More than 90% or 95% 95% used in software companies in real projects. Apart with that, we have even Kanban, sorry. So this is not going to be used by the software companies most of the time. Just we have this as well. So just what is meant by Scrum? What is meant by Scrum? What is meant by Scrum? We'll see that. See, in Scrum, in iterative model, we have discussed like we are going to be develop the company phases wise. Sorry, we are going to be develop the product in phases wise. Here, while we are developing this software phase wise, the total product is having some requirements which is going to be divided equally, and it has taken approximately 25 iterations. 25 iterations. Like all the requirements, they have split it into small parts. The overall features what the HCL company has been received has been splitted. After splitting that, they received 25 iterations to complete overall features what the given what they received from the customer. Let me consider Axis Bank. Okay, fine. The 25 iterations, in the 25 iterations, how many modules they have considered? Let me consider example. In iterative model, they received 25 iterations. After calculating the overall thing, they came to know that they have to work for 25 iterations. Per iteration, let me consider there are 20 modules. Per iteration, they are having 20 modules. Let me consider. Okay, see, to complete one iteration, I mean to say like total how many iteration, total how many modules we have? Total modules 20 into 25. So how many? 500 module. Sorry, what clause we're missing? let me consider 20 into 25 modules. Let me consider approximately 500 modules are here. 500 modules are here. Yeah. So each iteration duration, let me consider 2 weeks, or we can consider 3 weeks. So equal duration will be there. Equal duration will be there. So for one iteration, it is having 2 weeks in a sense. For another iteration, it will not be having 3 weeks. So for each and everything, it will be having the common thing only. That is, if one iteration is having, let's suppose 3 weeks, each and every iteration in that particular product will be having 3 weeks only. It does not be having very less or more. Uniform iterations will be there. I mean to say, like duration for each and every iteration will be uniform. So they will be having uniform. See, iteration duration will be considered as a sprint duration. So we are going to be considered in Agile methodology each one as a sprint. We are going to be considered in Agile methodology each one as a sprint. So see, in Agile, module is called as user stories. Iteration duration in Agile called as sprint duration. In Agile, each module will call as user stories. User stories. Each iteration is called as one sprint. Is called as each iteration is called as a sprint. See, the overall product what the customer has been provided to the software development company, like Axis Bank has been given to the HCL, the overall products that will be considered as product backlog. Product backlog. Product where you will be having all the features. Product will be having all the features what the software development company has to be developed. Product. All requirements. What actually has to develop is considered as product backlog. Who is the owner of this product backlog? Product owner. Owner of product backlog is product owner. So they will be considered as product owner. Iteration duration is called as a sprint duration, and the sprint duration is common for all the sprints. See, each iteration will be called as one sprint. Each iteration will be called as one sprint. Each iteration will be called as one sprint. in one sprint, there will be many user stories. That user stories also will be divided into commonly. That user stories also will be divided into commonly. In one sprint, we have 5 iteration. Sorry, in one sprint, if we have 5 user stories, in all the sprints of that particular one will be having the same number of user stories only. In all the sprints will be having 5 user stories only. Module will be called as user stories here. Module will be called as user stories here. So where we are having the Scrum Master involvement. See here the product owner will be there along with us. What will be the roles and responsibilities of the product owner? Roles and responsibilities of product owner. First we'll start with the roles and responsibilities of the product owner. They defines the user stories and priorities on the user stories. Which user stories has to take into the first sprint and the second sprint based on the requirement, which has to be complete at the earliest. They are going to be divide that. Their roles and responsibilities is defines the user stories. In shortcut, we'll use as US user stories and prioritize them. And each sprint duration will be 1 to 4 weeks max. Maximum will be having 4 weeks. So it will not be 1 week, it will not be 4 weeks. It will not be 1 week, it will not be 4 weeks. So either it will be 2 weeks or 3 weeks. So maximum of the projects. So if one sprint is having 2 weeks duration, all sprints will be having each 2 weeks only. So uniform will be maintained. All sprints will have same duration. It will not be different duration for different sprints. And product owner, he or she is client or customer to us. They will take care about project deadlines. So within that time, they have to get the project to be done. That and all they will be taking care. Take care about project timelines. So that is they'll make sure to get completed the product in within that time. So next remaining part of the agile methodology we will discuss in the next session.